Hey, Steeler fans. Welcome back to the Steeler Wade Show. My name is Jake Wade, and I hope everybody out there had a great Memorial Day weekend. I did. I went out to Dixon, Illinois, watched my daughter graduate. So, class of 2023. Today was the first day of the second week of the O.T.A. Training. And today was the first day of Markus Golden's career of being a Pittsburgh Steeler. I mean, as far as he's got his colors on, he had a press conference outside, and the very first things that came out of his mouth were, "I've always been a fan. I've always been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan." Folks, I don't know. Have you noticed this collection of men that Omar Khan, Andy Weidel, and this whole scouting department has accumulated this off season is mind blowing. He seems so genuine in this interview, and I just the way he talks, he talks about growing up with Denzel Martin, our outside linebackers coach. And, I say that, I didn't grow up with him, but I came up and learned up with somebody. I grew up with him. I like the way he talks, And I think that's kind of cool, that connection that our coach had something, he's like tight and he's here now. I don't know, he talks about the connections that he already knew Coach Tomlin, and Coach Tomlin had taken him out to dinner when he was down there at the Missouri Pro Day back in 15. This goes back. It's just the Steelers and their scouting department and how they're just out there, feet on the ground, how they say it. It's like putting money in the bank for our team. Investments that they made in 2015 are coming to fruition. Now, as in, they know a little bit about this guy. They've seen him. They have a relationship. They have started something, and here it comes around, and it's paying off. We shall see, but I think it will. The backup. Having depth at the Pittsburgh Steelers outside linebacker position is completely different than, say, you want depth at an offensive lineman or something. Offensive lineman, a depth piece may not play a whole game. He may only play a few games if there's an injury. With the outside linebackers, this is a rotation, and the more that they can rotate without having a fall off in the quality, obviously, the men are going to be fresher, So if Golden can spell TJ, if he can spell Alex, And I think about, I remember hearing reports about, Martin has the easiest coaching job of all the coaches on the Pittsburgh Steelers, because what's he going to do, Okay, JJ, you go, and Alex, you go. But I'm kind of envious right now a little bit of Martin's situation, because if you think about it, man, he's got a lot on his plate right now. He's got the greatest defensive player that's playing right now, TJ Watt. He has Alex Highsmith, and now he's got his old buddy, Markus Golden. Those three. Now on top of that, you have our 5th round draft pick. Nick Herbig. You got Leal, which, people want to keep calling him the tweener and this and that, and I'm only saying this to just say it, but I'm thinking that Leal is going to be used more on the outside in some capacity. Personally, I could be totally wrong, but so now he's got Leal over there. He's got, like I said, Herbig. He's got the guy that I keep giving props about, that David Perales from Fresno State. He's over there. Quincy Roche is over there. You know, what is it, Dawson, Duke Dawson, or something? You know, this talent. I mean, he has really got a good group over there that is got to be very exciting, very exciting, and for somebody like Liao and Herbig to be able to come up with three guys of the caliber of Golden and Watt, Highsmith, you're talking about greatness is going to start rolling over itself right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, I follow Denzel Martin on Twitter, and I saw um, this tweet that Golden, after he had signed, had put on to Denzel Martin, and he said, "Get ready to hunt." Man, I like that hunt, you know. And he mentioned that in this interview again, you know. He's like, uh, you know, he's talking about, you know, the aggressiveness and the running around at TJ and Alex and that just that electricity, you know, that go, you know, it's like a hunt. And he said it and he goes, "I'm ready to hunt." So that must be like his thing, you know, his like motto or something like that, you know. And I like it. It's pretty cool. You know, he brought up playing with J.J. Watt over in Arizona, you know, and I see these connections forming here and there, and and I'm seeing a lot of connections with PatP is happening. I think he might end up being the best off-season signing the Steelers have had in a very long time. You know, all this off-season I've been the most excited about Isaac, but PatP may be bringing a lot of things together on this defense that we're not really necessarily seeing before it's even being played. You know, he calls him his big bro. Markus Golden calls PatP, you know, because he took him in when Marcus was a rookie. PatP took him under his wing, and it's always been like that. They've been tight ever since. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. You know, they asked him about his, you know, the reporters. They all want to know, oh, well, what can we expect out of you? This and that. You know, they're asking about his, what did the Steelers ask you about your role or what your snap count can be expected, you know? And this is one thing I want to make sure another part I get quoted right. He said, "I don't need all that. I know how football is." And what he's saying is, you just don't know. You don't know if it's going to be 1 snap or 30 snaps that game. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. In football, the ball is not round. You don't know how it bounces. And sometimes you get fortunate. Sometimes you're not fortunate. You know? And he seems to have a really cool head on his shoulders. And I think we're all very happy with the job that Pat Meyer has done with our offensive line last year, being able to bring that group together. Now, I think that there is a fear amongst a lot of Steeler fans and more, I guess, that the defense will not gel quick enough. Half of these guys are new. Well, maybe not half, but about half of the defensive players could be switched out as far as who's starting, you know? And out of 11 or whatever, you know what I mean? You got 4 mainstays. There's a lot of new faces that are going to be out there. And it just seems like what the Steelers needed to get younger in the draft, and they did. You know, if they get anybody from the from the unsigned that stays on the team that makes the 53, then that means our defense has really became younger overall. You have very intelligent, just Tomlin loving, Steeler loving, defense loving players, you know, that don't mind mentoring, you know, that want to just grow and want a Super Bowl, you know, and what a great atmosphere for all these people to grow up with, you know. Like I said earlier, Liao and Herbig growing up with underneath those 3, and You have Trice and Porter Jr. You know, growing up under PatP and Minka. You know, you could even say Sullivan. You know, um, and you got it with Neal. You know, you got such a Grady is a great backfield coach. We have got it so good, Steeler Nation. Woo! Folks, now I'm getting excited. If you like what you hear, please press like. And if you want to hear some more, please press subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with some more things here and there. And I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for taking time and AMF.